guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Umineko. After watching Angie brutally murder herself after hearing the truth, what she clearly couldn't handle the truth, we're now hearing a sound. I don't know who's hearing a sound, but somebody is indeed hearing a sound. What's the sound I keep hearing? Yes, it must be the sound of rain. In that case, what are those two bright lights coming towards me? I don't know. However, they came at me with a screeching sound and stopped right in front of me. Blaring noise came at me over and over. Whatever's shining those bright lights is threatening me. It's probably telling me to get out of the way. However, I was incapable of moving even a finger. There is a sound, and a car door opened. Car. Door. Car door. Apparently I was lying in asphalt under the pouring rain. Hey! That was really close to a scene change. That was probably Angie then. I don't remember it raining, Angie. I think you're making things up. And I really don't understand how you could, even have that much of a consciousness upon hitting the ground. Someone called for a miracle? I saw a shadow, which was apparently the driver, open an umbrella and come towards me.
ここはそなたの庭か?
The shadow questioned me. Of course I couldn't answer it.
そなたの庭ならば、私は謝らなければならないな。なるほど。このような良き天気の日には、昼寝としゃれ込みたくなるような素晴らしき庭だ。しかし、私の記憶が確かなら。
The shadow crouched down and looked into my face. It was a woman.
ここは天下の公道だ。そなたはひき肉になりたいのか?
I think she's already done that.
あるいはすでにひき肉なの
Yeah.
か。どちらなのか教えてほしい。
I clenched my chest. I felt I needed to answer somehow and communicate my intentions. So, finally, I managed to let a short groan escape my lips.
なるほど。まだひき肉ではなかったようだな。
And that is how I met Ikuko. What are we doing right now? The body is in a very frail condition.
あと、記憶障害の可能性が高いですな。CT を見ないことには分かりませんが、脳にダメージがある可能性もあります。
ダメージ程度で済んで大いに結構でした。あそこであのまま寝ていれば、それどころでは済まなかったでしょうから。
はあ、ですな。いずれにせよ、大きな病院で一度見せた方がいいでしょ
う。ありがとう先生。この件は内密に。これはわずかですが、往診のお車代に。
わざわざ他言はしませんが。いやいや、こんなにたくさんいただくわけには。
In the end, the doctor took the money and swore to keep quiet about the matter. Eventually, Hachijo returned.
おや、起きていたのですか。具合はいかがです?
I nodded weakly, letting her know that it wasn't so bad for now. But where is this place? A room I have absolutely no memory of. In a house I don't remember at all. And first and foremost, here's a woman I've never seen.
まずは私の自己紹介から。私は八条育子。親しげに育子と呼んでくれても、他人行儀に八条さんと呼んでくれても構いません。
Ikuko.
八丈家はこの辺りではちょっと知られた大地主の名家。出来のいい兄たちと違い、私はどこかずれた変わり者。いろいろと悪さが過ぎまして、とうとう親たちからも愛想をつかされて追い出され、今はここで蟄居をさせられています。趣味は推理小説を読むことと、そして書くこと。年は秘密の独身女。心は女子でも、そろそろそれを語るにはおこがましいかなという年頃です。
With the haze my mind was in, it was extremely hard to make out what she was talking about. However, I was able to pick up on the fact that she was trying to talk to me cheerfully.
それで、そなたの名前は？
My name? Logically, I know that being a human, I must have a name. And I do have the feeling that I did indeed have a name. However, no matter how hard I tried to remember what it was, it just made my head hurt.
何か名前以外に覚えていることは？
Who am I? My head. No, even my heart was a mess of torn flesh. And I couldn't remember a thing. Not even who I was or what I was. But I must remember. I had some kind of purpose. Or maybe a mission. In order to remember that, I first have to remember who I am. Who am I? What is my name? Where was I born and what was my birthday? I need to remember something, anything. Age.
年？私の年は秘密です。
18.
私が18歳に見える？
I'm 18.
ああ、そなたの年齢ですか。やれやれ、世辞が過ぎると思いました。
When I asked myself how old I was, the number 18 had floated into my mind. To be honest, the number 18 felt a bit out of place. My mind felt much younger than that, and my pathetic body felt much older.
なるほど。そなたは18歳というわけだ。そしてそれ以上のことは何も覚えていないと。
I nodded weakly. I never knew that knowing nothing about yourself could make you feel this powerless.
では、そなたが自分の名を思い出すまで、18と書いて、東野と読む名前を与えましょう。八条東野。
What's the meaning behind that?
いかがです？なかなかかっこいいです。自画自賛。
Hachijo Ikuko gave me a satisfied laugh. From then on, I took the name Hachijo Toya. My inability to move my body was apparently due to a traffic accident. On that day, I'd been hit by a car, and Ikuko had picked me up from where I lay on the street. If she hadn't hit the brakes, she probably would have driven straight onwards, thinking she'd run over a dead dog or something. Later on, I, perhaps rudely, suspected that the one who hit me might have been Ikuko herself. But when I saw her completely undamaged front bumper, I gave up on that theory. Hachijo Ikuko lived in a small but lovely mansion on top of a small hill, in a village with a view of the sea. She also owned the hill behind her, and was more than capable of enjoying the four seasons in privacy. As time passed slowly, my rehabilitation continued, and my ability to move improved little by little. However, it seemed I really did suffer some form of brain damage. Finding out who I was looked like it would be a very difficult task. In the beginning, when I couldn't bear not knowing my identity, my head often hurt so much it felt like as though it would explode. However, as I slowly accepted the fact that I was a new person, with the new name of Hachijo Toya, the headaches became less frequent. The whole time, no memories returned to me, except the fact that I had been 18. However, I was unable to remember any more, unable to even be sure that 18 was my true age. And eventually I stopped trying to remember my former self.
おはようトウヤ。昨日はひどい嵐でしたが、よく眠れましたか？
I had some trouble falling asleep, so I decided to read your manuscript.
おやおや、どこまで読んでくれたのですか？
I finished it.
これは驚いた。あの量の原稿用紙を一晩で読み切ったというのですか？
I was surprised too. Once I'd gotten into it, I'd finished before I knew it. It was like I was just skimming it, or maybe like I was reading each page in a glance.
どうやらそなたは速読の心得があるようですね。して、どうでしたか？感想は。
I liked it a lot. Still, if you don't explain that part about the ocean currents a bit more clearly, it might be a little unfair for the reader. Oh, but I thought it was great that you had the foreshadowing of the ring right at the beginning. After I finished, I had to go back to the beginning and slap myself for being so easily tricked. I think that feeling's the best part of a detective novel. Did I say something to offend you? If I did, you have my apologies.
いや、なぜ謝るのです。驚いています。そなたの的確な感想は称賛に値するでしょう。そなたはどうやら批評家か、あるいは推理小説作家の才能があるらしい。
A detective novel writer. A critic. From across the fog of oblivion, I seem to remember myself fighting and arguing about mysteries, or something like that. That way of fighting, which I must have learned in the past, sent a surge of excitement through me. Mystery. Blood. Fighting. My head hurt. I accepted a painkiller and swallowed it with fresh water brought up from the well. We don't drink dirty water. Who am I, really? But no matter how much I thought, I couldn't remember. From what I've been told, the frequency of the headaches might have been lessened by brain surgery. But there was no guarantee that it would do my memory any good. Ikuko said that she would let me have surgery if I wanted it. However, I refused. Even if I can't remember it, the real me is still there, sleeping inside my head. I was scared that the surgery might harm that me somehow. By now, I've gotten used to dealing with headaches. As long as I don't force myself to remember the past. The headaches don't torment me every day. So, bit by bit, I became free of the headaches, and got used to my new life as Hachijo Toya. Gradually, my interest shifted from myself to Ikuko. Hachijo Ikuko. Very strange woman. First off, she was apparently the daughter of a very well-off family, just as she had said. However, she was considerably eccentric. And the various mischievous incidents she spoke of had apparently gotten her within an inch of being disowned. As a result, she had been given this house, and had been ordered to live here quietly and alone. She had never been a particularly social person, so she happily accepted this new state of affairs, living however she pleased with servants to take care of her. She had no friends. No one ever came to visit. When I wasn't around, she only ever talked to an old cat, black cat she kept as a pet, named Bern. I don't know her real age. She doesn't seem to be too old to marry yet, but with an isolated life like this, she isn't likely to meet people. She sometimes says that she just hasn't met anyone worth the trouble, but I think she's already given up on marriage. Her everyday life was very simple. She would either read through the many detective novels that were brought to her, or else write detective novels herself. At first I thought she was some novelist at a private retreat, plugging away at a new book. However, the manuscript she finished just ended up clipped together in a pile. With me as the sole exception, it didn't look like she ever let anyone read them. A novelist is someone who writes novels for people to read. So, I figured you could hardly call her a novelist when she kept writing novels no one would ever read. Ikuko-san, why don't you ever show these to anyone?
そなたには見せています。無論、出来のマシなものに限りますが。
Haven't you ever thought of sending one to some publishing company? It's a shame for things to be this way, when your works are so interesting.
私の作品など、プロには通じぬ。一度送ったことがあるが、さっぱりダメでした。私には分かっています。こんなもの、素人の道楽です。
I don't think an amateur is a fitting word for someone who's so well versed in detective novels from all times and across the world.
大飯ぐらいが良き料理人になれるわけでもない。推理小説を読み散らすことが良き推理小説家であることを保証するわけでもない。そういうことです。だからこんなものは道楽に過ぎません。
Is it really fun to write novels that you won't show to anyone?
かつては楽しかった。かつては。
What about now?
そなたに感想を得ることが楽しい。とりあえず、一章を書き終えました。お茶を用意させるので、また読んで感想を聞かせてもらえませんか？
Saying this with a smile, Ikuko thrust a pile of manuscript paper at me. When it comes to detective novels, reading and writing are the same. It's boring if you just do it by yourself. You only get something really precious when you share the world with someone else. Headache.
どうよ？しっかり。今頭痛薬を。
I'm fine. I'm more interested in this manuscript. I can't wait for the new chapter. The seasons passed. Together with Ikuko, in this town whose name I didn't even know. We spent our days debating detective novels and talking about ideas for new plots. At a glance, they may have appeared to be stale and unproductive days. However, Hachito Toya found satisfaction with this new life.
かようにして我が黒首とキタンは幕を閉じるのである。りょう。
With a dramatic flourish of her pen, Ikuko signified that her manuscript was now complete.
どうであるか。そなたのプロットを生かしつつ、最後に辻子の悲恋をもう少し厚くしてみました。
I think it's very good. I think the last farewell is sad enough to make it moving as a story, not just a reasoning puzzle.
当夜のプロットがあればこそです。この作品の前には 私がこれまで書き溜めた原稿などちり紙の価値さえない。書きながらも私が世界で一番最初の読者であることの興奮、こんな経験は初めてです。
I just mentioned some ideas. You're the one who turned them into such a fantastic story, Ikuko-san. At some point, she roped me in as well, and I also started my journey in the world of writing detective novels. Apparently, the old me had some talent for mysteries and detective novels and the like. And my talent seemed to be of a fairly unorthodox kind. I tried turning famous mysteries from across the world on their head, twisting those ideas into something new. However, a few ideas aren't enough to make a book. No meal is complete if all you can do is chop up vegetables. Unless you're a vegetarian. Thanks to Ikuko's writing, skills she had built up over many years, my ideas were being transformed into a work of fiction. In this work, The Strange Tales of Beatnik Island, the two of us merged the best of our respective personalities. And though I hate to brag, it had turned into a masterpiece that we could show to anyone without shame.
もしもし、書斎にシャンパンを持ってきてください。グラスはあなたの分も。これまでで一番の作品が仕上がりました。
Ikuko called for some champagne over the internal phone line. Joined by the servant who happened to be working that day, and the cat Byrne, we raised our glasses high and toasted our accomplishment. Ikuko-san, I have an idea if you don't mind.
お祝いしましょう。聞こう。そなたの話すアイデアなら、シャワーとトイレ中でなければ、
Toilet.
いつだって耳を貸そう。
Why don't we try submitting our book? I've never read something this interesting before. I'm sure lots of other people will want to read it.
そうでしょうか。過去にもそう思い投稿しましたが、結果は。
I believe in your talent, Ikuko-san. What about you?
私とて、そなたの才能を確信しています。
Then it's decided. To Ikuko-san's big debut.
当夜のメジャーデビューを祈って。
We clinked our glasses once more. The evening wore on. We must have had way too much to drink. Before I knew it, I must have passed out on the sofa. There was a blanket covering me. Ikuko-san must have put it there. The lights were out in the study, but it wasn't dark. The computer's monitor was glowing. Outside, it had started to rain. It reminded me of the day Ikuko-san found me and took me in. Because of that, whenever it rains, I find myself wondering who I was, and I usually get headaches. So I wasn't sure whether the pain was because of the rain, or because I drank too much. Ikuko-san, turn on the lights. Using a computer in the dark is bad for your eyes.
おや、起こしてしまいましたか。
No, I slept well. Thanks to that, I feel refreshed. I turned on the light and looked out through a gap in the curtains. As I thought, it was the sort of pouring rain that always reminded me of that day. It's raining pretty hard out there. The wind looks pretty strong too. I hope the rain gutters don't get clogged with leaves again.
先日掃除をさせましたから、当分は大丈夫でしょう。
Her answer sounded a little abstracted. Apparently her attention was absorbed by the computer. You've been pretty hooked by that computer lately, Ikuko-san. Did you find an interesting article or something?
バカバカしいとは思いつつも、なかなか面白いのです。 ほら、例の六軒島事件。
Rokenjima?
六軒島ミステリーの話は先日したでしょ。これが今ネットでブームになっているのです。それをめぐる議論や考察、中でも義書が実に面白い。義書というのは付近の島に流れ着いた後宮マリアの署名のあるボトルメッセージが他にもあったと仮定して書いたもので。
Ikuko kept showing off her knowledge of the subject. However, a huge bang was clanging inside my head. The noise was so great that I thought my head would split open. Unable to tell what the floor and what was the ceiling, I crumpled and clutched at my head.
どうや、大丈夫ですか?
My head hurts. The Rokenjima explosion accident. The many disquieting rumors surrounding it. The scheming of the relatives after Ushiramiya Kinzu's vast wealth and the hidden gold. And the truth? Ushiramiya Eva, the sole survivor, said nothing. Eventually the granddaughter, Ushiramiya Angie, who escaped harm because she was absent on that day, would inherit everything. Angie, Ushiramiya Angie. I am Ushiramiya. Yeah! How good. My head's getting split open. An incomprehensible scene pierced my eyelids from inside like a blade of light. Just what am I looking at? Who are these people calling to me, but not by the name Toya? Who am I? Who are these people? What is this memory? Help me, Ikuko. Someone else's memory is hurting me. My head's splitting. How did you not die, Angie? There's a good question. I could hear the sorrowful sound of wind. And that must be rain. Who was I again? I am Ushiramiya.
Angie! Angie!
Angie?
お願いよ、返事をして。
Did you trip again, Angie? Voices. Voices calling to me. Dad and Mom. It can't be. In 1986, on Rokenjima, Mom and Dad...
エンジェ、しっかりしろ。お父さんの声が聞こえるか？
お願いだから返事をして。返事。
Dad and Mom. I'll say it out loud. Dad, Mom.
エンジェ、エンジェ、よかった。
Feel my body being lifted up firmly and hugged roughly. Mom and Dad were hugging me. My eyelids have been open for a while now. I could feel the light slowly returning to my eyes. And just like your eyes get used to the dark, my eyes got used to the light. And bit by bit, the scene around me came into view. You're alive, Angie! I feel like this is going to segue into a longer scene, so we'll stop here. Maybe I should have stopped like a minute earlier, but whatever. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm kind of wondering what all that meant. That was a little weird. But maybe it'll become more apparent with time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!